Hey, everybody. Welcome to Pillow Talk with Dr. Boyce and Dr. Alicia Watkins. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm here with my lovely wife, Dr. Alicia. How you doing today, babe?
I'm doing great this morning. How you doing?
Doing really well, really well. I'm feeling good.
You
Getting
feeling good?
I get to lay next to you every day. That's not too many places better than that.
I concur. Well, not too many places with you. So there we
Oh,
go.
isn't that nice? So, how's everybody doing? We like to do an audio check in the beginning. Give us a yes in the chat if you can hear us. Let us know if we're coming through okay. We want to make sure that all the audio is good because you guys know sometimes there's an audio challenge and we're talking to ourselves, so we just want to make sure we're coming through all right. So give us a yes in the chat if you can hear us. Also, shout out the name of your city, and we'll shout your city back if we can. Thank you, Just Dre. Just Dre says, I remember the story. Teresa Saunderstery. Good to see you too, sister. Yeah. So let me just hop right into it. So there's a story about a lady named Marie Holmes who won the lottery in 2015.
Oh,
And
this was 2015 she won.
yeah,
Okay.
she won it a long time ago.
Okay.
And I remember talking about her story quite a while back. And I just kind of looked up like an update. And she has had a crazy time since she won.
It's the lottery curse, boys. Don't you know about that?
I think that
You don't know
sometimes,
about the lottery curse?
well, you know that there's studies that show that lottery winners, a lot of them lose their money.
Oh, they're awful. Not only lose their money, a lot of them lose their life. All their whole family breaks up. It's the worst thing. If I won the lottery, no one would know.
Yeah.
It would be like a mystery person who never came forth. I would put all the money in a trust. Now I'm learning about trust and stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even. I would tell you, boys, but we cannot tell anybody else. If you told someone else,
Yeah, I wouldn't tell anybody.
because it's the curse. I mean, all these people. Okay, so what happened to this lady?
Well, basically, she won the lottery and she won $188 million. It was more than that, actually. I think it was over 200 million, but she opted to get it as a lump sum. And
What
after
do you
she,
think about that? Do you agree with that, or should you get it?
I want all my money now. In
Okay.
fact, let me pull up the screen. Give me a yes in the chat if you guys can hear me still. Let me know. Give me a yes if you can still hear me. I'm switching pages so I can give you precise information. So I here according to Action News,
$188 million, and only kept, by the time the taxes were out of it, she kept 88 million.
yeah, she was able to. Yeah, she had 88 million in
Good grief.
cash.
Okay.
Now, no, they're saying they can't hear us. Can you hear us now? I hope you can hear us. Please give us a yes that you can hear us, because I hate when that happens when the audio goes out. It just it just throws off the flow. Okay, good. Thank you.
Is it because you switch screens?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. Okay, they Jamal says yes. Okay, good. Thank you all very much. I appreciate that. Sorry for the inconvenience. But yeah, so she won 188 million. They always give you the lump sum option versus long-term lifetime payments or whatever. And I think that one of the mind games that they play with people when to get them to buy lottery tickets is they ask you before you buy the ticket. So if you win, do you want your money in a lump sum or do you want it in payments for the rest of your life? And then you can see people like that hit of like not endorphins, or you know what I mean? That
Mm-hmm.
endorphin hit you get from just imagining winning. Like they'll stop
Oh,
and
yeah.
they'll look up and they'll smile. They'll say, "Oh gosh, I don't know if I want the lump sum 100 million, or I don't know, or the payments, right?" And I feel like that's like kind of a game that they play.
Oh, my God. I have my lottery life all planned out in my head. I
Yeah.
know exactly what I'm going to do if I win the lottery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have it all.
What would you do if you won the lottery?
Oh, I already told you I wouldn't tell a single soul.
Okay. What
I
else?
wouldn't
What
tell
would you do after
anybody.
you didn't tell anybody?
I would do charitable things. But I would definitely take care of me and take care of my family. But they would never. I would do it in a way where they wouldn't know.
I would probably build black-owned schools all across the country. That would be fun.
Oh yeah, that's what I would invest in. I'd
Yeah,
invest in a lot of stuff.
yeah, that would be good. Okay, so anyway, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. You're listening to Pillow Talk with Dr. Boyce and Dr. Alicia Watkins. Alicia's website is on the screen, coachingwithdralicia.com. So anyway, and let me know. Keep telling us if you can hear us, because some of y'all are saying you can hear us, some of you are saying that you can't, which is
I cannot hear
super
us.
confusing to both of us. But anyway, all right. So here's what I think is very interesting, right? Um, so she ends up winning the lottery, and then she ends up in a lot of legal issues. And so the first one I saw was where her pastor sued her, basically saying, she promised to give $10 million or something to buy some land or maybe put it in the building fund or whatever. And um she gave the pastor like $700,000 according to what the media is saying.
Uh-huh.
And the pastor got pissed. The pastor said, you promised to give whatever amount of money, whatever millions it was. So the pastor sued her.
Wait, is that in writing or something? Like, how can you sue someone for not giving you enough money?
I think I'm not sure, but I wonder if you make a charitable pledge and you pledge a certain amount of money and they get you to maybe sign a pledge or agree to something. Like, think about it. If you like, imagine you're like a silent auction for charity and you bid the highest bid for something, for a piece of art. Well, you
Do
got
you
to pay for
really
that
think
art.
that's what happened?
I don't know. I know the pastor was took her to court and he was like, you need to pay me what you owe. Pay me what you agreed to pay.
Interesting. So there must be some legal precedent on that. So what happened with the boyfriend? Why did the boyfriend sue her?
Well, wait, let's talk about the pastor first.
Okay. All
So
right.
here's my thing with the pastor, right?
Uh-huh.
See, this is why I wouldn't be promising nobody nothing. I'd be like, you know what? You should be glad I put $20 in your damn collection plate.
Not if you got 88 million in the bank. They'd be like, how you cheap? People be looking at you side-eyed, boys.
Well, I think that this is also an example of, I mean, there is a school of thought that says that in, in the worst case scenarios, some churches consist of leadership that exploits black women. Black women are the most religious group of people in the country.
Well, yeah.
And, you know,
Mhm.
and this idea that you win $88 million and you're immediately going to give $10 million to the church, that right there don't sit right with me.
It's supposed to be your tithes. You got to pay your tithes.
Why can't you just give the money directly to Jesus?
Jesus don't need
Do
the
God's
money.
work. Why I got to go through it?
Jesus was poor. Jesus didn't want any money.
That's so true. Well, you know what? I tell you what. I personally wouldn't. I don't understand that. I would advise her against it. And I think that what happened, from what I read, was that she had advisors in her corner. Somebody basically sat her down and said, "Look, girl, don't be giving them all that money." And so she
Okay.
had a change of heart, and apparently told the pastor, "I'll give you this much, but not that much." And the pastor got pissed.
Got upset and is gonna sue her.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's almost like a type of abuse, though. Like, where, not to say the pastor was deliberately doing it one way or the other, but you can imagine a scenario, right, where you got a good-hearted person who never had any money before. Suddenly, they got all the money in the world. People
Mm-hmm.
are going to be rushing to try to control her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She has to have a good team of people around her for sure.
Yeah, she need
Uh-huh.
protection.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I would imagine in that situation, um, she shouldn't even be talking to anybody.
Yeah, it's almost like you just need to get a whole new set of friends, a whole new set of everybody,
Well, didn't you?
and just pick and decide who's coming with you on your journey, and
Mm-hmm.
that's it, and just disappear.
Well, weren't you and I talking about that? How you said you noticed a long time ago that a lot of wealthy people don't want to even make any new friends or don't want to talk to anybody or something.
Mm-hmm.
You said something about that. What was it you said?
I can't remember what I said, but that sounds like something I would say.
Yeah.
Because it's hard. You don't know if someone is like friends with you because they really like you, or if they're friends with you because of what you got. They know that you have that. That's why it's important not to tell anybody.
Mm.
We'd have to come up with a scenario where we could still do some of the things that we're doing, but people don't know how we got the money.
But didn't Janet Jackson have that problem where she said she couldn't figure out who wanted to really be her friend versus people that were just excited to be friends with Janet
Oh
Jackson?
my goodness, celebrities! I don't know how they do it. Celebrities really have a very tough time. I mean, they're
Mm.
people just like us.
Well, when
with
I
the extra special talent. They have this special talent, but they're just people, and they want to make friends. They want to have a normal, so quote unquote normal life, and it's impossible. So you have to come to grips with that. It's the curse of the lottery. It's a curse of being famous too.
yeah. Well, I'm
Yeah.
not Janet Jackson famous, but a few people know who I am, and I noticed, I learned very quickly, you have to change. You can't move like everybody else. You can't have just anybody around you. You've got threats around you. You got people that want something. Almost not everybody, but it's not surprising when people want something.
Ah.
That just comes with the territory. And you have to know how to deflect that. Like, people are like, hey, can I borrow this? Can I use that? Can I get access to that? Some of it you just say, okay, go talk to this person over here. And because I remember Barack Obama had a good process for that.
Okay.
People would talk to Barack and they say, hey, Barack, can you do blah, 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 blah. And Barack would be like, here, talk to this person. And notice Barack deliberately, I think, had Valerie Jarrett next to him, who was a very mean person, who would say no. Barack didn't say no. Valerie said no.
Yeah, and I think that's important. You got to have a team of people or someone around you, that can regulate that. That's so important. You
Yeah,
do.
very important.
Yeah, because it can't. Because the thing is that when you are a figure like that, like Barack Obama, or when you're famous and your image is tied to you, you have to keep that. You have to keep your energy up. You have to keep the
Mm,
positivity flowing, and sometimes you have to tell people no,
mm,
and the no shouldn't come from you. The no
mm.
should come from other people around you,
Yeah, it doesn't make it
in a
easy.
polite way. But I think at the end of the day, there's no way to please everybody.
Yeah, you're not going
And you're
to.
always going to have some enemies because people feel like they're entitled to your stuff.
Oh my Lord, you ain't lying.
Give me your
Oh
stuff
Lord Jesus,
in the name of the
you
Lord.
preaching today, girl. Preach, girl.
Give me your stuff. Okay, if I'm preaching, you got to pay up.
You preaching and teaching. Anyway, everybody, you're listening to Pillow Talk with Dr. Boyce and Dr. Alicia Watkins. This is a podcast my wife and I created because we figured it'd be fun to share what two college professors who believe deeply in Black love talk about when we're laid against our pillow. And
Let me tell you, I'm not going to take the creativity. It's your creativity. I just enjoy being on here and talking to you.
yeah, I think it's fun.
It's such a treat.
Yeah, I think Pillow Talk is
Your
great.
little mind is such a treat, boys.
Oh, thank you.
And you were
Just
so
call me
good
the
this
snack.
weekend. You were so good this weekend, by the
Oh,
way.
we went to Detroit. Yes, we went to Detroit. Detroit was so much fun.
Your keynote speech was like electric, boys.
What?
It was so. I was your biggest fan in the audience.
Well, shout out to the United Front, the Black Business League, the Detroit Chamber of Commerce. Yeah, they hosted us, right? So that's the nice
Look at
host. I
you.
came into the hotel and I saw that and I said, "Gosh, I look so serious."
That's the picture
And
someone on your team sent
you
over.
know
I'm sure
what?
you didn't
And
send
you
the
know
picture.
what? That is a side of me. I got my real serious side, and
You do.
yeah, but then I got my like I love Alicia side,
Oh, look
and
at
there
us
she is,
together right
looking
there.
good. I thought that was a Gucci belt you had on, but you don't
No,
like.
it's a knockoff Gucci belt.
It's a Gucci belt.
I
Well,
stole it from my daughter. She got it from Sheen.
yeah, you're looking awfully cute there, ma'am.
I'm rocking my knockoff
I look
Gucci.
so average next to you.
No, you
Oh
do
my god,
not. Look at you in your purple.
you think so? Oh,
You're looking
you
royal.
like my purple?
Yeah.
It does something to you. Yeah,
What's that?
so it was a lot of fun. We had a great time in Detroit this weekend, and a nice big sold out crowd of Black people that showed up, and that was very exciting. And then we went to a Pistons game, and that was pretty
That
cool.
game was so interesting because when I got there, they were like, Pistons, they're like not doing very
Oh,
well,
they're terrible.
and yeah, but they beat Atlanta.
They sure did.
It was
They
a
sure
close
did.
game too, so it was a
Yeah.
fun game.
Yeah, so shout out to Black Detroit, and thank you all for those of you that were there. We had a really great time, and we look forward to going back. And Dr. Ken Harris, he was
Oh,
responsible for bringing us in there.
he is such a great person to talk to.
Oh, Ken is one of the good ones. I think he's one of the greatest Black leaders in our country.
Yeah, yeah, he might be.
Yeah,
He really might be because he's got everything.
yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah, very smart
he's
guy.
got the intellect, he's got the spiritual development,
Hmm.
he's got the know-how, he's got
Yep.
it all.
Yeah.
I'd come to him for advice.
Oh yeah, I go to
Yeah,
battle with that guy any day. All
yeah.
right, so let's dive into another part of this Marie Holmes story. All right, so by the way, hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Also, as you know, Dr. Alicia is a licensed therapist and full professor of social work. If you'd like to know more about what she does, you can go to coachingwithdralicia.com or follow her at Coaching with Dr. Alicia. You can also follow us on Instagram at Boyston Alicia. All right, so the thing, so here's another interesting thing. So Marie Holmes didn't just get sued by her pastor; she also got sued by her ex-boyfriend. And her ex-boyfriend, it's kind of crazy. He was um, apparently a drug dealer, or at least he got arrested for it several times. And
He got arrested for using drugs or possession or
selling, yeah,
sell
he was
intent to
slanging.
sell. Okay,
Yeah,
slanging.
he was
Okay.
the dope man.
Okay.
Don't get high off your own supply. Anyway, so he was selling a lot of heroin, and apparently he continued. I guess maybe he saw the lottery as an opportunity to expand his growing heroin empire. I have no idea.
He's an entrepreneur,
You would
boys.
think that, like, you would think that, like, my baby mama just won the lottery would be like your opportunity to exit the game.
No, he amped up the
Oh,
game.
it sounded like he might have doubled down on the game because he got arrested several times. And the bail, and what happened is with the court, they base your bail on your ability to pay. So her ability to pay is like off the chain. So his bails would be like 1 million, two
Wait,
million,
Bales?
three
He
million.
kept getting arrested?
Oh, he got arrested several times, according to the media.
And she bailed him out.
She bailed him out. They said she paid over 600,000 to bondsmen because you got to put up like 10% or something.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, she was really like devoted to the man, and they had kids
Yeah.
together.
Of all people, I'm an advocate that all of us come into relationships with baggage. And you don't look at that baggage and throw the person away, I don't think. I think if there's something there between the two of you, that you help to work through all of that. But I don't know if this applies to this lady.
So
I'm
what?
all about helping people work through their
Okay,
stuff.
baggage. So what if the baggage? What if my baggies got heroin in
If you slanging bags, that
them?
ain't the type of lifestyle,
Yeah, I
that's
mean, really,
conducive.
no, in all
Hmm.
seriousness, I want to ask you, as a relationship therapist,
Hmm.
you got a client in your office. That's a scenario, right? She
Okay.
won a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
She ain't never had money,
Hmm.
and she is madly in love with her baby daddy, who keeps going to jail over and over again, and she keeps bailing him out.
Right.
What do you say to that client in your office?
I'd get right on into her feelings. How does it feel to keep bailing them out? How do you see your future with this person?
Okay.
What do you see? What do you want for yourself? Can you live the rest of your life like this?
Mm,
It's not my job as a therapist to make decisions for people, but it is my job as a therapist to ask critical thinking questions. Like, do
okay.
you see yourself living the rest of your life like this? How do you want to live?
Okay.
You
So it's
know,
more like a matter of getting her to reflect
yeah, getting
on
her
the
to think
choice
about it.
and to
Hmm.
kind of, decide, is this the life that you want?
Yeah. Yeah. And I'd probably bring him in. I'd be asking him the same question. What's happening? What's going on?
Mm, wow.
Why are you against the law? Here's what's going to happen to you. Consequence. I talked to him about consequences of his behavior.
Mm,
And then, I mean, you let them make their own decisions. I mean, she could keep, if it makes her happy to keep bailing him out 100 times, then you just process that with people. It's not my job to tell people what to do. I don't, as a therapist, I rarely tell people what to do.
if you
Believe it or not.
if I won the lottery, I would bail you out.
You'd bail me out, right?
Yeah.
But what if I just kept slanging?
I would bail you out like twice. After the second time, I'd be like, this is your last chance.
Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing. Like, we when we love people and we're in relationships with other people, we bail them out a lot.
Preach. Keep
We bail
talking.
them
Keep
out,
talking.
and so we have the hope for the future to be better, and we give in to people's promises. Oh, I promise this will be my last time. I
Mm,
won't do this. If things will get better, and if that person's not making measurable changes, like, it's one thing, like, as a therapist we talk about things, so I like to process things and talk about them. But if you're really unhappy in a relationship, the other person has to make measurable s- physical behavioral changes.
so you need
And if they don't,
like proof of concept, like
yeah,
proof that you're changing, not just
You
words.
just have to change it has to be seen in your behavior when you're at that kind of apex. Because
Okay.
how many times are people bailing other people out without they just when they see you calling them, they just put that call onto voicemail.
Yeah,
It have nothing to do with you.
well, a lot of people would say that Marie was stupid for bailing her boyfriend out all those times. I don't see it that
It's
way.
the Achilles heel of the black
Yeah.
woman.
Eh,
We love black men. We love our
mhm.
religion. It's the two things we love more than
Mm,
anything.
that's-
And it has
mm.
now like stung us in a way.
Well, it stings you if it stings you, right? But that we know that not every pastor is going to harm you. Not every black man is going to harm you, right? So I think it's a matter of choosing the wrong situations that can cause you problems, right?
Hmm.
Because I mean, I know plenty of black pastors who would never do that to anybody, right? And I know a lot of black men who
Hmm.
wouldn't do that. But money is a hell of a drug.
Oh,
Money.
money's supposed to bring happiness, boys.
Yeah,
What happened to
right.
this lady?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you tell me that fantasy, but but no, seriously though, money's a hell of a drug, and I have seen scenarios where a person got a hold of some money and they became a different person. When I've gone into business with people, um, maybe somebody where I saw talent in them, and I was like, hey, I could partner with this person. I think I could really help them along.
Hmm.
I've literally watched them transform. Like maybe they get a little money, maybe a little status, and you start seeing who they really are. Deep
Hmm.
down, you're like, wait a minute, before you were super humble and gracious and kind, and now you gone diva.
Yeah, what's interesting is that I saw that David Geffen, his documentary,
Yeah.
and he would represent celebrities or he would represent artists, and he would take them from this little humble beginnings and then he would build them up into this star, and he's just like it just became so overwhelming, to try to like please all these people like once they became famous and stuff. And so I think it's just natural.
I
It's
guess
just
so.
natural. They're still good people.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, Muhammad Ali used to say that if I'm around you and I go to dinner with you, I'm gonna watch how you treat the waiter because the way you treat the waiter tells me how you would treat me if I wasn't Muhammad Ali.
Ah, okay.
And I agree with that philosophy. I watch how you treat people that you don't have to be nice to. If you're kicking around everybody else, like when I go places, people don't even know this. I pay attention to how people treat my team more than I pay attention to how they treat me. I know you're gonna be nice to me because you want something from me.
Mhm.
But if I hear from somebody who on my team that was disrespected by you, I'm gonna hear that. I'm gonna listen to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I first started traveling with you, there were some people that treated me really awful.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and
And
I
I
was
didn't wanna say
I
anything.
was ready to just stomp them to the
No,
curb.
I
Like
was like, I'm not
no.
saying anything because
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you don't want to be around terrible people,
yeah.
and it's
There's so many people that just didn't I felt like didn't respect our relationship, and
mm,
then they had to go.
they sure did. They sure did. The dearly departed.
The dearly departed. Let's pour out a little liquor
Some liquor
for
for
the
the dead
homies
homies
for the homies that ain't
that
here.
ain't with us no more. That's right. That's right. Get your ass
Yeah.
up out of here.
Well, maybe they thought they had a chance with you boys.
Maybe they did. Obviously, they did not. But I think overall, it's money. Money is actually Professor Andrew Lowe at MIT
Hmm.
proved in a study that money affects your brain in the same region as cocaine.
Oh
That
yeah.
it literally affects your brain. So literally, when people get money,
Hmm.
money and love and sex and all that, it all hits those pleasure centers and causes people to go crazy.
That's why those casinos make so much money.
Ooh, the
And I
casinos.
love the slot machines. Those are my that's my favorite. And
Crazy.
I know I have no odds of winning anything on this slot machine, but it's just like, exciting.
That's so funny. I hate slot machines, but I
I
like
know you
poker.
do. You like poker, but I like blackjack. That's my
Mm,
favorite.
yeah, yeah.
Blackjack is too slow for you. You're such a poker player.
Yeah, it's a fun game. But anyway, okay, so I know you got to go
What
and
time
get.
is it?
It is almost 7:30 Central, so
Okay, 30,
you got to
half
go.
hour past the hour.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got to go get your makeup done for our photo shoot today.
Yeah.
And I want to say thank you all for hanging out with us. As you all know, we just have fun on this podcast, and we love every single one of you. And we get a chance to meet a lot of you when we're out and about,
Oh, it's
and
great.
a lot of you have come to the events and stepped up and said hello. And we want to encourage you to do that. We love you and appreciate you very very much. And if you could you take 1 second, please, and hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe. If you're on social media, just hit the share button, share it to somebody else. Subscribe to the channel. You can go to boyceandaliciatv.com if you would like to join the YouTube channel. And also, if you'd like to learn more about what Alicia does as a therapist, you can feel free to go to coachingwithdralicia.com. All right, guys. So please have a great day. God bless you. We will see you soon. Take care now.
Okay, bye everybody.